What's your dog's name?
Philly Jedi.
That is one way you know you're going to absolutely win the hearts and minds of people walking out here. You could literally say the meanest things you want to say for the next 45 minutes. While holding a puppy, people will just go, "Aww."
Jared and Jensen have Cliff.
Honestly, that's why I carry around Rob Benedict. I get the same reaction. I just woke up robot Mike. Travis Aaron Wayne, everybody.
How's everyone doing today? Yeah? How's Nashville treating everybody? Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you so much. How many of you guys are dog lovers out there? Who has the most dogs here? 4? Who has 6? Who has 7? Don't lie. Who has 7? You have 7? You have 9 dogs? Get up here. Come here. I'm gonna give you one more. No, I'm just joking. Here you go, this is for you. Arm the animals.
Travis?
You out of here, buddy? Here's the booze thing. This is the Supernatural Creation Dog Show. Where's my beautiful girlfriend at? She's in this crowd. Where are you at? Hello, good to see you. It's her birthday weekend, so I'd love to sing happy birthday to Robin, if we can. I said, you gotta go spend your birthday weekend with me and the fans. And she said, I'd love to. So, if we can all sing happy birthday, that'd be great. Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Her name's Robin. Happy birthday, dear Robin. Happy birthday to you. Thank you guys so much. Can you find Robin? She's probably, oh, go get him. What the hell? We have some questions here. I brought some gifts for everyone. When I was in Houston, I came out on stage in a cowboy hat and sunglasses, right? And everything. Why is he wearing sunglasses? And the reason why I'm wearing sunglasses is because I want to give them to somebody. So how do I determine that? Who is the oldest member in our fan base right now? 54, I have 54 going up. We have over there? 68, do we have anybody over 68? 70. I have 70 here, 70. 71 over here. All right, who else? 71, 72. 72. Okay, 71 going once. 73. 73 going once. Hi. Good to see you, love. 70, you come get it. Come here. I know this young lady. There we go. You're very welcome. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Rock star. All right, who's our youngest member of the audience? Who's our littlest one? Who's the one that's going to keep me and Kim Rhodes from cussing?
Not working. Too late. Not working.
That's a joke. Kim Rhodes does not cuss. What's our youngest over here? How old are you? 8. 8. You have anybody younger than 8? Going once, going twice. How old? 8, 2 8-year-olds? A baby? Oh, like both of you guys, come on up. All right, let's go. You can tell after my acting career, I'm going to do Sotheby auctions. That's what I'm going to do. Awesome. And then we'll just get right into questions. What's up, dude? Nothing much, huh? Come on up on stage. Get up here. You don't look like you're 8. No, not you. What's your name? Tell everyone your name.
Donovan.
That's a great name, huh? Nice. Do you like being on stage? Cool. this is my call sheet for when I played Cole Trenton on Supernatural. Right? Very cool. It has all the boys, has Jared and Jensen, has their phone number, and you can call them. I think I added Richard and Rob's number here too. I put their social security on there, so. You good with the internet? You good with like stuff like that? Good. Make a lot of money on it. You have a, oh, look at that. Well deserving. Baby on the way. I don't know how I'm gonna get this to that little baby. Okay, good. It'd get weird if I tried to do that. What's your name? Brittany. Like being on stage, Brittany. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so nice. Here you go, Brittany. So this is my other call sheet. And once again, it has all the boys' numbers, it has their information. Yeah, just give them a call anytime. They're really good at that. You're welcome. Congratulations. Do we have a name of the baby? Do we have the name of the baby yet? Addie. Oh, congratulations. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Now, I have a double XL. It's big, so. Who would fit in this? Everyone's like,
It's actually my size, so.
all right, how do I determine this?
Just throw it.
You feel me? Not here. You know, I'm just gonna say it. Young lady, get up here, right here. Come on up. Here we go. This is an Art in the Animals. This is a charity that I do to help save animals and rescue animals. Something very near and dear to my heart. Hey,
Marissa. Hey, I give food to my local animal shelter. Yeah. Thanks.
Thank you for doing that. Awesome. Thank you. And that's like Jared's favorite shirt, by the way.
It is. That's
the one he wears all the time. Not that particular one. Yeah, I can get him to wear it, and then. No, actually, I'm pretty good. Making empty promises. All right. And then I don't know, I've always just wanted to do this for some reason. I don't know.
Buy a shirt.
I'm not going to throw this because it probably hit somebody's eye. There you go. Oh. We don't want to get sued. All right, let's start questions. Sorry, I have a horrible cough. Hi.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you today?
I'm really good. How are you? What's your name?
I'm Caitlin, and I'm really glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're here too.
So basically, I just want to ask about any upcoming projects you have, you know, anything you're excited about, you know, anything like that, because I want to see more stuff.
Yeah, there's a film I'm preparing for with Ed Harris and Morgan Freeman. And a young actor by the name of Scott Eastwood. He's just gonna make me look ugly. He's a handsome fellow. Did you guys see that Taylor Swift video of him? Handsome fellow. I'm straight. Yeah, so I'm doing that. I'm in the middle of pilot season. All of us were backstage and talking about the pilots. I don't know if you guys are familiar with what pilots are, but they're essentially shows that are made, and then they choose out of X amount of shows which ones they want to turn into a TV series. And I just went in for a show called Training Day, and they're going to spin off the movie into a TV series. And they have Ethan Hawke's character is going to come back, but he's like at the top of the chain now, and they're training a new young recruit who's kind of got a big Denzel Washington type ego, kind of out of control LA cop. And that's a really good script. I just read that. Jerry Bruckheimer is producing that. I've been talking to the guys at Warner Brothers and telling them they need to make a supernatural movie. I've not been talking to the guys at Warner Brothers. I can't just walk into Warner Brothers. I was on the show for 4 episodes, and I think you should listen to me. But I think they should make a movie. I was talking to a friend of mine about that the other day, and I really think it'd be a great opportunity for them to keep the show going, and a really big film. I don't think they should wait to do it. I think they should really get on it and make a really big film. I think it'd be very successful because we have all of you. So, who would go see that movie? Why didn't you raise your hand? I'm just joking, just a little joke. Yeah, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the works. You know, we're all waiting to hear of season 12. Have they announced season 12 yet? Anybody?
No.
Yes? The one person does know? Yes, they did, they announced it. No, Lynn, they haven't. I believe Lynn. She knows everything, that woman right there. Fangasm. Love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you for being so nice. Very sweet. I like your hair. Rockstar. Are we just going this side? Hi, Lisa. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing really good. What's going on?
I have a couple of friends with me. My friends Mindy and Ava. They've never been to a con before. And
Where?
Ava.
Stand up and shout.
Big hair out there, little cutie pie, 16-year-old.
Aw, welcome.
And they haven't heard the story about the prank that was pulled on you. So could you tell that story for them?
There's a lot of pranks pulled on. Which one do you want to hear?
The one, the butt grab one.
You want to hear the butt grab? You want me to tell my butt being grabbed to a 16-year-old?
Yeah, pretty much.
Travis gets arrested leaving NashCon.
Her mother's here. It's okay.
Is that okay, Mom? Okay. Do they? Well, I know. It's horrible. Horrible. When I went to school, it was so clean. It was so good and righteous. You know? No swear words, and no drugs or alcohol. It was just like, we went to school, we studied, you know, exercised, we did all sorts of wonderful things. Jared grabbed my butt. We were filming the episode, The Things They Carry, and we were in Vancouver, and we were coming back from a Christmas break, and the guys, you know, they just shaved their beards, so they showed up looking like monsters. They were like, and I was like, whoa, is that your character this season? You guys are gonna like have these beards? And they were like, no, we're gonna shave it. And then they came out like 10 minutes later, and were like, super handsome. I said, what happened to all your hair? They're like, yeah, Warner Brothers won't let us grow facial hair. I was like, that sucks. I grow mine out though. But yeah, so, you know, I'm just kind of getting to know how to work with the guys, and we're filming the scene, and you know, I'm very kind of serious about my work as an actor, and I you know, from all the stuff that we've done previously, there wasn't a lot of joking around with the guys, and then we're doing this really serious scene about getting in the car and driving off and finding, you know, what happened to my best friend who's a military guy, and as we're filming it, like the camera's on like close up, and all of a sudden I feel Jared's hand go, you know, all the way up between my legs. Now I know for most of you that would be great. Felt good. Didn't like it, but it felt good. Yeah, he put his hand up there and he looked at me and he winked at me. But that's it. I mean, that was the one time they messed with me, because I think they kind of held off with messing around with me because my character had so much stuff he had to go through. So I think they were also had some serious acting stuff they had to do. But I loved working with those guys. They were, if you can't tell, I'm not feeling very well. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to play it off. But yeah, there's the butt grab. Thanks, Lisa. Hello. Hi. It's all right. You can just yell. I'll hear you. Yeah. So the question is, and what is your name? Ashley. I like that name. It's a good name. So the question is, I worked on a documentary called Extinction Soup. It's about saving sharks, and I know for many of you, you're like, why save sharks? Like, you know, but it's really important to have them in our oceans. They're the apex predator, and if we lose them, then our oceans will not basically be monitored. They're essentially like police officers of the ocean. And if you can imagine a city without any police officers, it would be chaos. And it's a very serious situation. So Ashley asked me if I prefer documentaries to scripted. And the truth is, I've structured my career in a way that I just really go with where I'm passionate, and I kind of look at the things that are brought to me and I say, am I passionate about that? Will it make a difference? Can I help? And a lot of times the scripted stuff, that leads to having a little bit more power and a little bit more ability to do things to help greater causes. One of the reasons I ultimately became an actor was because I felt like there were so many actors that were just not doing what they could do with their success that they should be doing, because we have such a great ability to help so many people with our success and the money that we make. And one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to really focus on giving back, and animals have such a very deep place in my heart. I'm a surfer, so I'm always out there on the water, and I've been around sharks, and they're such beautiful, docile creatures. I know that sounds crazy, but they really are. They're gorgeous animals. And the way that we slaughter them and the way that they're being killed around the world, we're killing 70 million a year. And it's really tragic. In 10 years, they're saying if it doesn't change, that we won't have sharks in our ocean. And that's not a good thing. So when we made Extinction Soup, it was something that needed to be done, and now we're changing laws. And those things really matter to me. Like, to have this time on the planet, to be able to be involved with things, and you can leave it in a better place than you came into it. That's what's most important to me with the work I do as an actor, because if I can do a really big film or a really great TV show, it only helps me have more creative ability to help those causes that need to be acknowledged. And one of the things that's great about this show is that so many things are happening now that are creating these wonderful causes and helping all of you out there with your day in, day out struggles. And I'm just so touched to be a part of this show and to be a part of guys like Rich and Rob and Jared and Jensen, Nisha, and all the cast, the women, Ruth, Kim, and just all the ladies. They're all involved in some charitable aspect of their lives. And I think that's what ultimately we're here to do. If you're not doing that, thank you. Yeah. If you're not doing that, then, you know, I've seen a lot of people get sucked into the Hollywood system, and it just eats them up. It just makes them, you know, think it's all about them, and it's really not all about you. It's really all about what you do with your success. So thank you, Ashley. God bless. Hi. How are you? It's good to see you.
So my question is last week I saw a short movie clip called Fits.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I'm not a boxing fanatic, but saw that it was posted. I was at work, so I decided to watch it.
Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to get my camera out of my bag.
And I have to say, if anybody who has not seen that, they should truly try to watch that without sound, because it truly showed off your acting ability, and you can totally feel the emotions without words. My question is that all that was made for that, or is there a full-length movie of that?
You know, Hollywood is an interesting beast, because we made that film in order for my friend Adam Kane to go on and become a big director. And Adam has actually gone on to be a very big television director. He actually directed an episode of Supernatural. And he took that short film, essentially, that we did. And the short film is filled with very talented actors. Robert Patrick's in it, Leslie Pope, David Payne, some really award-winning actors. And I got very fortunate to be a part of it. And one of the actors that were cast in the role, he had a problem with his name being behind Robert Patrick's. Because when you get credits on a film, I think Jared's like #1 on the show, right? And Jensen's #2. And that's like a big joke among those guys all the time. Like, okay, #1, it's your show. And I think that's funny because, I mean, I don't know how they decide that, because they both feel like they're both the stars of the show, right? So in this particular film, the actor that they cast said, well, I want my name to be first before Robert Patrick's. And the director called me and said, hey, you know, it's between you and this other kid. Do you have a problem with your name being put behind Robert Patrick's? I said, no. It won't work. You know, and it's so weird how Hollywood works that way. It's such a, you know, I didn't understand it then, and I still don't understand it now. And I got very lucky to be a part of that. I played a speed-addicted boxer. My dad was basically injecting speed into my knuckles to make me faster, angrier, and more fierce of a boxer. And eventually just, I don't suggest shooting speed in your knuckles. It's not good for you. It may make you really quick, really fast, but then just right down. But that was a really hard thing because at that time I had really not, you know, I didn't have experience with shooting speed in my knuckles, and I still don't. But I had to really understand what that was like and what people who were addicted to meth or speed or those kind of drugs, what that was like. And I just drank a lot of coffee and a lot of Red Bull. And that sucked. That was really hard. But yeah, I mean, that was such a wonderful, wonderful project. But the writer and the director, the writer's a fantastic writer, he wanted that to be a movie. And the director was like, we can make this into a TV series. And this was before television was as big as it is now. You know, television is just as prestigious. You can tell I'm sick. Prestigious as it is now. So they just had a conflict of interest. He's like, I want this to be a series, and I want this to be a movie. And so because they didn't agree, it never got made into a movie or a TV series. But I still talk to Adam all the time. I'm still really good friends with the writer. And there's a really phenomenal film that the writer wrote called Greb, about Harry Greb, a boxer from the 20s, that Martin Scorsese has, and Michael Pitt is attached to play. But if Michael doesn't play it, then I would be up to play it. So that's where that project is. I may go and do another boxing film, but boxing films are hard. I'm 40, and most boxers aren't 40. Thank you. It's all the Botox.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it. Thanks for making the trip. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very sweet, guys. Do I go over here to the left? Okay.
Hey.
Hi.
I don't have a question for you. I just want to thank you for your service in the military.
Oh, God bless you. Here, I'll give you something. This is a cross that I keep in my pocket, and when I go into auditions, I normally sit there and I rub it because I get really nervous in auditions. And this is something like I sit there and I rub when I'm auditioning. A lot of times, the casting directors are like, "What's he doing? It's so interesting." I'm just freaking nervous. So this is for you. I hope that brings you luck. Of course you can. That's really sweet. Guys, I love Nashville, by the way. It's one of my favorite cities, and I know, it really is. I came here a few years ago to see the Zac Brown concert. He throws a concert here. I love Zac Brown. It's such a, if you guys like country, it is so much fun. Zac Brown is an incredible show, and I actually got a phone call when I was on stage at the Zac Brown concert a few years ago in Nashville, and they said that I'd booked The Forger with John Travolta and Abigail Spencer and Ty Sheridan and Christopher Plummer, and literally there's a picture of me like, I made it! Because I'd worked so hard to work as an actor, and like when you do a movie with John Travolta, your career kind of takes off. That was before I got Supernatural. And so like from that point here in Nashville was the city that launched my career. Really, I got that phone call and I haven't stopped working since. So I love this city, and I'm so bummed I'm not feeling well. I'm really bummed because I want to go out and go line dancing with my girlfriend and do the, you know, that thing. Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
First off, thank you for coming while you're sick. We really appreciate it.
I wouldn't miss it for the world. You guys are great, honestly. I said, I bet you're going to make me feel better. And my girlfriend was like, yeah, I bet you, their energy is so amazing. You know, when you're sick, you can't sit in it. You know, if you just sit there in bed and wallow in it, you'll get worse. And so I'm like, you know what? These people, their energy always lifts me up. Like, you guys are so loving, and you guys have so much to give, and you guys are always big on hugs, and how could you not get better? You know, it's like having like my mom. You know, it's like one big mom's. I see a few dads out there too. Not many of you, but there's a few dads. But your guys' energy, like really, I know from this I'm gonna be better. better tomorrow. So.
Awesome. So, as being on Supernatural and being surrounded by the heroes of Supernatural, being a hero yourself in real life through your military service and a voice for the animals, which I'm also very passionate about, I have a hero question for you.
Hero.
Team Iron Man or Team Captain America?
This is going to be an interesting movie, right? Is this a supernatural community? All of a sudden I feel like I'm in a Marvel convention. Captain America is a hard one for me because I was in the running to play Captain America. And Chris Evans was, he had already done Fantastic Four. So they wanted a real American. They didn't want to cast an Australian. Because they cast Australians all the time. Nothing against Australia, but just, it takes so many of our jobs. And,
my boss is Australian.
Yeah, right? He's probably gorgeous too. He's probably super handsome. My trainer is Australian, and it's like, dude, stop being so handsome. Told you I'm straight. And you know what the other thing I told you? When you can say another man's handsome, it just confirms that you're comfortable in your sexuality, right? That's what I say. Shh. So Captain America is hard because it was a role that I was really up for, and they didn't know if Chris would work because of Fantastic Four. And then my buddy Mike Vogel, who's on that show Under the Dome, or was, he was up for it. So it was me, Mike, and Chris, and a few other, and I didn't get it. So Team Downey. I love Robert Downey Jr. I think Robert Downey Jr. is such a good, wonderful success story. I grew up in Los Angeles, and I really thought that we were going to hear, at any given point, we were going to hear that he had passed away. He had struggled so much with growing up in the 80s and 90s and just, addiction. The fact that he came out on the other end of that should be a big inspiration for all of us here, that no matter how low you go, you can turn around. He's very inspiring to me. He really is. He really was at the bottom, and he turned his life around. He found a wonderful woman, a wonderful wife, and I'm so proud, of Robert Downey Jr. and what he's done with his life. It's really reputable. So, Team Downey. I like it. Chris is a great guy. He's a fun dude. He's a good guy, but he took Captain America from me. He took it from Jensen too. Jensen would have been a good Captain America. I'm sagging. That's why I did Captain America.
So kind of backtracking a little bit.
Yes.
I'm actually in boxing, so I was wondering if you had any previous experience boxing or if you had any other hobbies.
Boxing? I had no experience boxing at all. I had no experience with stage fighting, and I learned how to stage fight from Jensen, and I learned how to box from a really wonderful man on the fix that was Johnny Hirschbein. He's a former boxer. I never realized until I did a boxing movie how boxing is truly an art. If you watch boxing in slow motion, it is literally like a dance. It's beautiful. I just thought you just get in there and just throw wild punches. And they're like, no, that's not how you do it. But yeah, I didn't have any formal training. Now I do, and now I know how to fight. And I have this strange feeling that I'm going to end up fighting Jensen again. I was thinking about this when I was in the shower the other day. Don't tell me that none of you thought about Jensen in the shower. I know the guys out there haven't, well, maybe some of you guys have. But I was literally sitting there taking a shower, and I was like letting the hot water spill on my head, and I was like, God, all I do is fight Jensen. That's all I do. I just fight him. The 3 episodes I was in, I just fought him all 3 episodes. That's all I did. So it was really an interesting thought I had in the shower. that probably I'm going to end up fighting him again. And it's so cool to be part of such an amazing franchise like Supernatural, and to have like this character that just comes in and like fights the main stars. I think it's so awesome. You know, it's like something 10 years from now, 20 years from now, you know, my grandkids, if I ever have children, or my chihuahuas will say, you know, you got to fight Jensen, like a lot.
I gotta save my battery, guys.
Like, yeah, that was really cool. It's really cool. It's really cool if you guys ever